Warning! Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on PEACHY Tea Time. Oh, so join us on PEACHY Tea Time. Oh, so join us on PEACHY Tea Time. PEACHY Tea Time. Yeah, yeah. PEACHY Tea Time.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? That ain't that what we're supposed to do. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
That would be me. That would be me. Hey, everybody. Hello. How are y'all doing tonight, baby? What's goody? When I tell y'all I do, first of all, I apologize for being late. It was a lot going on with this system. Right now, I am not streaming on Facebook. On my Facebook page, is Peachy Time. For some apparent reason, it won't let me stream over there. But tonight we are streaming on the Peachy Tea Time page on Facebook, 2 YouTube pages, Twitch, and also, of course, Instagram. What's up, y'all? So we are about to go ahead and get this show started, y'all. I will be sharing it out. Please, if you are watching right now, please share the video, okay? It is so important. Please share this video so we can get as many people as we can up in here, baby. And welcome to PEACHY Time. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get started with this first clip, baby. Oh my gosh, y'all, we going to Houston. We are going to Houston, y'all, with our first clip for tonight. Is y'all ready for this? Everything on the show is allegedly. Everything is on the show is allegedly. And also explicit language. Y'all already know that. All right, y'all. Let's get this first clip going. Here we go.
A mother is speaking out after a Houston influencer she dated allegedly sexually assaulted her 2-year-old daughter on video. Surveillance shows Montgomery County deputies arresting 40-year-old Victor Pyatt, known as Candy Red, at a Porter home last Friday. He faces charges of promotion of child pornography and aggravated sexual assault of a child. KPRC2 News' Corley Peel spoke with the victim's mother. Corley joins us now live from Porter to explain why this mother is now speaking out. Corley?
Keith, the mother, tells me she can't stop shaking or crying after finding that disturbing video of Victor Pyatt allegedly sexually assaulting her young daughter. Detectives believe there could be more victims out there, and the mother is hoping her story inspires others to come forward.
He raped my
This mother screams, heard on surveillance, as her boyfriend, popular Houston car influencer Victor Pyatt, leaves with deputies in handcuffs. He's accused of sexually assaulting her 2-year-old daughter.
And I can't even sleep. I'm literally having nightmares.
She says her motherly instincts signal something was wrong the night before.
Before he fell asleep, he started saying like weird things. He started saying that he was like a demon. I just feel something's not right.
She picked up his phone, immediately finding a video of Pyatt allegedly sexually assaulting her young daughter. Court documents accuse him of intending to promote or sell the video.
My poor daughter, like, how can you do this to her? I'm like, how can you hurt her like this? Like, he didn't even care that he tortured her in that video, that 7-minute video. And he literally tortured my daughter. Like, how can you do this to a baby? She's itty bitty. It's so sick.
She noticed the timestamp on the video was from the previous morning, right after she left for work.
And I asked him to watch her for literally 30 minutes. And that's what he did in that time frame before my sister could get there and get her.
Pyatt woke up to investigators arresting him in his sleep. Pyatt has a large following on social media, where he is known as Candy Red Bread and Candy Red. With his ties to Houston and Louisiana, investigators believe there could be more victims out there.
Have you noticed any changes in behavior of your daughter?
Yeah, she's been crying a lot and just super clingy. And like, it's so hard. We just want all victims to come forward so we can give them more charges.
Victor Pyatt is currently being held in the Montgomery County Jail. If you have any information about him or know someone who might be a victim, you're asked to contact the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Live in Porter, Corley Peel, KPRC.
He might not even make it home, okay? He done recorded his own self doing this to this baby. Baby, he ain't getting out. He ain't getting out at all whatsoever. But the issue is they gonna let him live. Like, you literally recorded yourself and you was gonna use it to sell and promote. Is that what they said? Like, this man is crazy. Talking about call him Candy Red. No, call him Candy Man. This is what we need to call him. His new name is Candy Man. Because that's what he is, the Candy Man. Oh my gosh. I tell y'all all the time, these young ladies, please, please, please watch who y'all let keep your kids. Don't let nobody keep your kids. But you, and if you can trust the grandparents. After that, you know, I don't know. Everybody a little suspect nowadays. And it might not even be them. It could be the company that they keep. Hell, it could be somebody that just happened to come over that day. And they had no idea that this person was going to come over that day. It could be a family relative. Baby, watch who you let watch your kids. So important. So important. We have seen the worst of the worst happen. The worst of the worst happen by a young lady letting a boyfriend, someone that is not even the child's father, babysit their kids for 8 hours while they go to work. And this ninja ain't had a job, ain't got a kid or a job from the first. Nah. Bless you. Nah, that don't sit well with me. That don't sit well with me. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get to the next clip. And of course, y'all already know to put y'all comments in the chat. Let us know where y'all watching from. Hey, Josette, how are you? Yes, it has been a while. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. I really, really am. Let's go ahead, y'all, get into this next clip. They say this driver is crazy. Well, that's what it sounds like they say. In my terms, that's what they saying. This ninja is crazy. That's exactly what it sounds like they saying to me. So let's go ahead and get this one going.
A career criminal, a violent repeat offender, one of the most prolific drivers of crime in this city. All ways, Memphis police described a 19-year-old who was arrested yesterday. Fox 13 has learned Kimon Bledsoe's
What's
criminal
wrong with this
history
little boy? Oh,
goes back years despite his young age. Fox 13's Choice Grant has the details.
Bledsoe was arrested after a high-speed chase, but he has a long list of criminal history.
A significant criminal history for this 19-year-old. Essentially, he has been convicted of 9 prior felonies, which under Tennessee law characterizes you as what's known as a career offender. To have that status as a 19-year-old is extremely alarming.
19-year-old Kimon Bledsoe is in custody again after leading Memphis police on a high-speed chase Wednesday. Bledsoe's adult criminal history dates back to 2023 when he stole a car. But police say his crimes kept going. They say the following summer he stole 3 cars within a month, including from a dealership. Video from one of those thefts shows him and another person breaking into 2 cars and flashing a weapon at employees at the dealership. His 9 felony convictions for car thefts, gun possession, and robbery, and more got him suspended sentences and 8 years probation. Prosecutors are working to revoke his suspended sentence on his previous crimes and send him to prison. MPD Investigative Counsel Forrest Edwards says Bledsoe was in custody for 416 days. Edwards says it took him 12 days of freedom to commit a new crime.
Is now back in custody after being apprehended by the Memphis Police Department Fugitive Unit yesterday. So as a timeline of events, December 31st, he's arrested. Before we can even go to court, he posts a bond of $25,000, immediately goes on the run. Yesterday, we apprehended him. We made immediate notification to prosecution that he was apprehended. He's currently being held without bond.
Edwards said Bledsoe has been on MPD's radar for a while. Fox 13 went through court records. When Bledsoe was arrested just months after his 18th birthday, police wrote Bledsoe has a long history of motor vehicle theft.
24 when he went on a one-man crime spree. We charged him with charges ranging from aggravated assault to aggravated robbery.
At the time of Bledsoe's arrest, officers also recovered 2 firearms, one with an AR-style pistol and the other with an illegal Glock switch. One of the firearms was stolen. In downtown Memphis, Choice Grant.
all right, Memphis. All right, Memphis. 19 years old, y'all. He is 19 years old. Out here, just reckless. Got pistols. Ain't no telling what else he got. Mouse too. Ain't no telling what else he got. And now, y'all just decided that we might have to leave him up in here. He done been convicted 9 times. And he only 19 years old. And he got these mosquitoes on him. When y'all gonna say, let's go ahead and keep him locked up because he might take somebody up out of here? I'm just saying. When do the system decide that we're going to keep Junebug in here? He can't go nowhere. He need to be watched at all times. He might try to take his own stuff out. This type of stuff that we do these shows on. These type of young men. The ones that keep getting let out. Slap on the wrist until they go out and do something that you don't have a choice. You gotta keep them in there. And sometimes you don't do that thing. Oh, let me move on. Let me move on. Don't get me started up in here, up in here. All right, y'all. Let's go to Michigan. I had showed y'all a video a while ago. Probably about a year or 2, maybe. Could it be 3 years? I don't know. But her name was London Thomas. London had told her friends or family members that allegedly that she was going over to her boyfriend's house, I believe, and she never made it back home. She never made it back home, and come to find out, 2 people has been charged. This trial has been going on for like 3 months now, but I covered the story in the beginning. So I just wanted to bring y'all a little update on this story. And let me see, did I lose the other one? Here it is. Okay. I got both of them, y'all. Sorry. Okay, so this, I want to play this one right now. Okay, so I'm gonna play an older video of when it all happened and stuff, and when the 2 people was charged. I want y'all to see who these 2 people is. I know already. If y'all been watching PEACHY Time and you remember the story, then you know too. But I just want to rewind it back a little bit. In the black. Here we go. Hold on, let me bring it up.
And I'm Terrence Friday. It's
Start it
been
over.
6 months since Thomas.
Okay.
A mother and her son are now charged with the murder of his 17-year-old girlfriend, London Thomas. Thanks for joining us tonight at 11. I'm Shayna Humphreys.
And I'm Terrence Friday. It's been 6 months since Thomas was killed. Now both Charlotte Pendergrass and her son Jalen are facing serious charges for her death. CBS News Detroit's Terrell Bailey spoke with Thomas's family about this prolonged wait for justice.
It's been 6 months since London Thomas was killed. Much of the case had the metro area concerned. Now authorities have charged London's boyfriend and his mother with her homicide.
I hope it was worth it in y'all lives, because y'all life is over with.
Charlotte and Jalen Pendergrass are now charged with second-degree murder. Thomas's cause of death was determined as asphyxia.
Harming a child, taking their life, that's beyond being a parent. That's just straight evil.
When London first disappeared, her family spent hours searching the Inkster area. Now knowing Jalen's mother is accused of playing a role in London's death, it's unsettling but not surprising for the family.
It's always been heavy on my mind that they were involved somehow, some way. Now that just clarifies, what I've been feeling, what everybody been thinking.
We got new details from Wayne County prosecutors on what happened following London's disappearance. They say a friend of Charla's told police Charla allegedly asked him to take a sealed plastic bin and drop it off, which he did.
I just couldn't believe it. Like, how can somebody be so evil when it comes to a child? Anybody for that matter, any human being, we are humans at the end of the day. I mean, don't nobody deserve that, period.
London was last seen in the early morning hours of April 5th after she was dropped off at an Inkster home. Her body was found weeks later on April 26th in a bin inside a car on Millard Street in Southfield.
There's no time machine to erase what you did. There's no coming back.
London's stepfather showed me the tattoo he got in London's honor. With the latest charges, the family feels one step closer to justice.
It's hard to, not sit in the house and not think of her at the table or on the couch without getting emotional, because, that was our baby girl.
If convicted, both Charla and Jalen could face up to life in prison. The 2 are expected to be arraigned in Inkster Friday morning. Meantime, though, it's unclear if any additional arrests will be made pertaining to this case. Terrell Bailey, CBS News, Detroit.
Okay, so that's what she looked like with the blue hair. I have posted that on my page, y'all, with the blue hair. That's what she looked like. I'm with that man. The daddy. When y'all do stuff like this is forever. It's forever that you finna get caught and be gone for the rest of your life. You're not gonna be able to walk around and think of the next victim. No more. You're just gone. Behind the 4 walls. And do some of y'all understand that sometimes you be in a place called solitaire, whatever it's called. But y'all know what I'm talking about. When you in them four walls by yourself. You can't even see the other people. And some people be in there for years. Like, do all you can to make sure that you follow the right path. And then you ain't got to ever worry about stuff like that. You wouldn't even have the heart or the soul to take somebody out. Unless they're trying to take you out first, baby. But just to sit there and think about how you gonna take somebody up out of here, no. Those are evil demons. Let's go. Y'all, this stuff be making me so mad. Let's go ahead and go to the update. This is the update, y'all, of this same story. This is the update. Please share this video, y'all. Please share this video. Here we go. Oh.
Details in this case.
I'm sorry, y'all.
After hearing new evidence, Judge Sabrina Johnson bound over 24-year-old Jalen
Because y'all ain't seen nothing.
Well, now to a major development in the case of a missing teenager, London Thomas.
Today, a judge ordered London's ex-boyfriend and his mother to stand trial in the 17-year-old's murder.
And in a stunning turn, the judge even added the charge of first-degree premeditated murder for both mother and son. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cass was in the courtroom with reaction from London's family, who listened to new disturbing details in this case.
After hearing new evidence, Judge Sabrina Johnson bound over 24-year-old Jalen Pendergrass and his mother, 49-year-old Charlotte Pendergrass, on new and more severe charges in the death of Jalen's former girlfriend, 17-year-old London Thomas. Originally charged with second-degree murder, the two are now facing first-degree murder, along with charges for unlawful imprisonment and evidence tampering.
Emotional. Just one small step towards justice for London and our family.
London's mother and family members sat in the Inkster courtroom hearing hours of excruciating testimony. First, London's sister testified that she dropped London off at Jalen's home on April 5th. Then Lanijah Wilkerson, another former girlfriend of Jalen's, testified that after London went missing, Jalen sent her specific song lyrics to hear.
What was the lyric he wanted you to listen to?
Put the on your trunk, our family never see her again.
Lanijah also testified that later on, Jalen told her that on the night of April 5th, London and his mom got into a physical fight at his home. He had beaten London and tied her up, and then his mom allegedly told him to get angry.
His mother told Jalen that?
Yes.
Did she tell him anything? Did he tell you that she told him anything else?
Together.
Okay. So what did he tell you that he did in response?
He told me that he pulled her off the bed, he stood her up, he grabbed the belt, and he strangled her until she fell.
Another key witness, a friend of Charla's, was allegedly given the large plastic tote containing London's body.
Did she say that she wanted you to do something with the tote?
She told me to get rid of it, to burn it.
She said to burn the tote?
Yes.
He instead had a lawyer contact police with the tote's location in the trunk of his car in Southfield. And inside the bin, police found London's body tied up and bruised. And the prosecution said evidence shows Jalen's DNA was likely on the handles.
Everything shocked me. How the story unfolded, how what they did to her.
But the defense called Lanijah's credibility as a witness into question after she testified she and Jalen both took drugs and were drunk during that alleged confession, but the prosecution defended it.
So what he's basically asking you to do, Your Honor, is just go off of what this young lady said, who again, was high when she did this.
That information could have only come from somebody who was present when it happened, and that lends her testimony credibility.
And in the end, the judge approved those new charges and the case moves on.
First-degree murder, that's good enough for me.
In Inkster, Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.
I am so glad, y'all. I don't know about y'all, which I do know about y'all, but I am so glad that they decided to up the charges to first-degree murder. They should have did that from the beginning. But I guess they always have to make sure that they get enough details, enough evidence to make sure that things stick. So hopefully this gonna stick. Hopefully this gonna stick and they can rot their black asses in jail. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. True. All right, y'all. We got another video we're gonna go into. Rest in peace to that young lady, London. That's her name, London. Rest in peace to London. That just has to be devastating, especially when you can't even call on his mama to help you. You know, it's one thing he acting a fool, but you can't even call on his mama to help you. You know, or was she already gone? Was she already gone when mama decided to get involved? I don't think so. I think they mentioned something like that she helped with something. I don't know. But either way it go, I hope they be locked up for a very long time and never ever see the light of day. Now, let's move on.
People ran from a restaurant when a guy started shooting. A woman's in critical condition, and New this hour, people who live nearby are telling Channel 2 Action News this is not a good look for the city. Channel 2's Tom Jones live for us right now in downtown Atlanta. So, Tom, you spoke to some of those workers at that restaurant.
And, George, those workers say this was a frightening ordeal. One worker says he ran out of this door when he saw the gunman coming in. Now the restaurant is closed as they try to recover from this. Workers at Summit Cafeteria spent the morning passing out food to those who need it.
You can eat.
They don't need the food because they shut down after a gunman came in the restaurant and began firing at workers and customers. A woman was hit.
He shot her, then he stand over and shot her 2 more times.
The customer is in critical condition. Jamal Fortson works at the restaurant. He says it all began when the gunman came in the store just before 8 during breakfast.
He got in an altercation with a guy, and he went outside and pulled the gun out of his book bag and ran back in the store.
Fortson says he ran out because he knew what was about to happen.
I
But he
know
says
that's
he
right.
saw the gunman firing at the man he got into an altercation with.
He shot at the guy a few times in there, and so I guess he couldn't catch the other guy. He started shooting at civilians that was in there.
Fortson says he fired 4 times at another man and missed. He says that's when he shot the woman.
I need a cigarette right now.
Georgia State University officers were nearby, heard the shots, and got there as the gunman was walking out with a gun. He was arrested. People who live in the area say the shooting is bad for business.
It's not good for business. It's not good for the World Cup. It's not good for downtown. And ultimately, it's bad for the city.
And police have not released the suspect's name or the charges he faces. Now, George, this is across the street from GSU's College of Business. It's right next to the 5 Points transit station and very close to Centennial Olympic Park. People who work, live, and travel in this area says this shooting makes them nervous. We're live in downtown Atlanta. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
And you can understand why this kind of thing makes people very nervous, Tom. Thank you.
Yeah, show scare me. It sure scare me. Baby, you could be anywhere nowadays. Nowadays, you can be anywhere. And it's so unfortunate, but anybody can get it at this point. With anybody. Like, people don't care if they recognize you or if they don't recognize you. That's why, just like that man did, y'all be observant when y'all go places. If something don't look right, something look a little crazy, turn around and exit. I don't care if you're at the restaurant and you is waiting for the waitress to bring you your bill. Damn it, 9 times out of 10, you know how much it is. If something go down that don't look right, throw that money down there and get the hell on. Now, I didn't say what I had to say about it. Don't try to second guess. Don't try to think, well, maybe. It ain't no well, maybe. It's not a oh, well, maybe at all. Just like this next story we're finna talk about. When I tell y'all, I am really, really, really heartbroken with this story right here. If you have been watching my Facebook page, Miss Peachy Time, if you have been watching that page, you would have seen, or Instagram, you would have seen this story that I posted. Now, I want y'all to pay attention because I got 2 clips that I'm going to play on this, okay? And you have to really, really pay attention to what these news broadcast people is saying about what happened and what type of lady this was. All right? So pay attention. And then we're going to come on with the family. Because the family said, hold on. Let us speak for our peoples. All right? So listen to this, y'all.
Now, you know, these dangerously cold temperatures are already leading to a heartbreaking discovery in downtown Mount Clemens.
And it's proof of just how threatening this weather truly is. A homeless woman was found unresponsive behind a building in the bitter cold. She was declared dead at the hospital.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley is in Mount Clemens listening to nonprofit leaders fueling urgent calls for action, and a city commissioner now on a mission to prevent future tragedies.
Yes, right back here behind this priority waste dumpster with no shoes in it.
This is where a waste disposal driver made a grim discovery, finding 53-year-old Monique Cook while emptying a dumpster. It happened early Tuesday morning behind Shane Giannino's building on North Main Street in Mount Clemens. Cook was found barefoot and unresponsive, exposed to the elements. She was rushed to a nearby hospital where she was pronounced dead.
This really needs to be a wake-up call, you know, because even tomorrow's even going to be.
I had to pause it because I want to make sure that y'all heard them just like I heard them just say she was barefoot. That's all they said, was that she was barefoot. So we're going to continue to listen, and then we're going to go to what the family said the very next day.
Colder.
The tragedy is now raising urgent concerns about the plight of the unhoused as temperatures nosedive to the coldest we've seen this winter.
Mount Clemens has the largest concentration in the county of unhoused individuals.
City Commissioner Spencer Calhoun is leading a newly formed task force aimed at addressing homelessness in Mount Clemens. The effort will rely in part on data gathered during the county's point-in-time count and annual census of the homeless.
There's no easy solution to the issue of homelessness. What I do know is not another person should die on our streets.
April Fiddler and Scott Joy are from McCrest, a homeless services agency in Mount Clemens. They say their shelter is already at capacity as the need continues to grow.
The issue is there's not enough funding to provide all the services needed for emergency services during this time of year.
Securing more funding is a priority, Macomb County Commissioner Michael Howard says he's committed to, arguing it's not just compassionate, but practical.
It actually costs the county more when someone passes away in the cold or when someone is homeless on the street. It's a greater burden on the county financially than for us to actually step in and be proactive with our resources.
Monique Cook's family says she was loved and cared for, and they did all they could to help her get back on her feet. The Macomb County Sheriff's Office says the investigation into Cook's death is ongoing. In the meantime, if you or someone you know needs somewhere warm to go, head to our website, WXYZ.com, for a list of resources.
I wanted to make sure I played that last part where they said that they do have resources. Okay. So make sure that if y'all out there in that cold, no matter where you are, check your resources because it's cold everywhere, seems like. Everywhere. So let's go ahead and get into the update where the family speaks. They have something that they have to say. I love this family, and I do believe that somebody gonna get arrested soon. So here we go.
It's about a woman who was found dead in the cold. Macomb County Sheriff investigators suggested she died from exposure.
But tonight, the family of Monique Cook is opening up to us about the final hours leading up to her death.
7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wembley sitting down with them tonight as they share their heartache and questions they hope someone will soon be able to answer.
The Macomb County Medical Examiner's Office is still working to determine how exactly Monique Cook died.
No shoes, no coat, laying on her back. She would never lay down and die in the freezing cold. That is not my mother. That's not of her character.
Antonia Cook says the circumstances surrounding her mother's death do not add up. According to the family, the 53-year-old left her sister's East Point home in the middle of the night Monday to go be with a friend in Mount Clemens. A priority waste driver discovered Cook's body behind this building early Tuesday morning.
I believe that they were maybe having a drink or something together. That's what they did. And something happened in between that time.
Antonia says her mother's face was swollen and her lip was split.
She didn't leave her sister's house like that.
She and two of her sisters went to the scene after their mother was found and say some of her belongings were still there.
There's a pair of pants that have blood on them and the knees have drag marks on them.
They need to come get this evidence that my niece and them went up there and got, that they left on the scene.
My niece had to jump in the dumpster and got my sister's stuff.
And as for Cook's friend,
he hasn't showed his face, reached out to anybody, nothing.
The Macomb County Medical Examiner's Office says Cook's autopsy
went up there and got
one good time.
Blood on them, and
because I really want y'all
found and say some of her belongings were still there.
There's a pair of pants that have blood on them and the knees have drag marks on them.
They need to come get this evidence that my niece and them went up there and got, that they left on the scene.
My niece had to jump in the dumpster and got my sister's stuff.
And as for Cook's friend,
he hasn't showed his face, reached out to anybody, nothing.
The Macomb County Medical Examiner's Office says Cook's autopsy results are still pending and the toxicology analysis is underway. Cook's death raised urgent concerns about the plight of the unhoused as temperatures dropped to the coldest of the season. But her family says she was not homeless, but rather a woman who fell on hard times and would stay with different family members as they helped her get back on her feet.
They put her off as just a homeless woman, died behind a dumpster, and that is not Monique's story.
Now, as the family waits for answers, they hold on to memories.
My mother is love. Love.
Sweet. So sweet. We'll give anybody anything.
The Macomb County Sheriff's Office says this remains an active investigation, and Cook's family says until they get answers, they're left waiting for the closure they desperately need.
Yeah, I really, really, really do hope that this family get closure. I would love to have this family on PEACHY Time just as well. So if y'all want to start looking for this family, go ahead and send me their information and I would definitely reach out to them. But this story right here, like it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that this man did something. And for the news to categorize her as homeless, I understand. No, she did not have an address, a location, an address of where she actually lives, where her mail goes to. She don't got all that. But she got family and she got people that love her, and she was just spending the night at everybody's house until she get back on her feet. She probably couldn't make probably didn't make the 3 times the amount of rent, but she knows she could pay the rent. She could have just got evicted. And now she got to come up with the money for first and last month's rent. And a deposit. Hold on, let me stay over here with them right quick until I can come up with this money. You see what I'm saying? Dang, they acting like they tired of me, so let me go on over to Cuzzo's house and stay over there for a few days until they start acting like they tired of me. And then I float on over here and float on over there. That right there, is that the definition of homeless? When I think of homeless, I think of somebody living outside with nowhere to go. And homeless is also you living with somebody, but it's not your place. You just been blessed to find somebody that let you stay in that spot. Y'all see what I'm saying? So this it's just sad. It's just sad. I hope they find that man. I really hope they find that man and they charge him if he did anything. And if he did do something, I also pray that the family get closure by him telling them exactly what happened. The truth. Don't tell no lies. We want to know the truth. All right. Well, y'all, we is on our last clip for tonight. I told y'all I was going to be trying to keep my shows at an hour because we will be going back into radio. Yes, baby, yes. We are going back into studio and radio and TV. So make sure y'all tune in to Caribbean Life Radio and also Caribbean Life TV. All right, those are found on YouTube and also through the website. So, all right, y'all, and that will be every Saturday. I will be in studio every Saturday starting February 7th, unless of course something happens and I can't make it. You know, because y'all know I be having my events and stuff too now. You know how we get down over here. But seriously though, check me out February 7th. I will be streaming from my platforms too. I don't know what went on with Facebook tonight. I'm very, very concerned about it. Facebook been giving me the blues ever since I started hitting high numbers. They've been giving me the blues. So I don't know what's going on, but that's why it's always so important to still stream from other platforms because you never know when one platform gonna act the fool. All right. Well, y'all, let's get into this last clip, baby. This last clip. Here we go. Last clip for the night.
The loss of her son, killed in a shooting at the Amazon fulfillment center in Bessemer.
And police are still searching for his killer. In a story you'll see first here on WBTM 13, Erin Llewellyn spoke with her tonight. There are still some tough days ahead. Erin.
Yeah, Guy, Carla, Tyler Alexander's mother told me it's hard to keep up with the days, and it's been hard to eat ever since she found out her son was shot and killed. She said she hadn't seen him since he left for work on Sunday and was only able to identify him through a picture that the coroner showed her. Now she's fighting for justice and trying to keep a smile on her face, just like her son would have wanted her to. Sophie Brown is still waiting for her son to come home.
I'm still looking for him. I'm still looking for my baby. I'm still looking for my son.
The last time she saw her son, Tyler Alexander, was when he walked out the door on Sunday night.
He hugged me before he went like he always. And I said, okay, I love you, see you later.
But in her gut, she knew something didn't feel right.
He came back. He said, Mom, I forgot my shoes. He left out the door. A few minutes later, 10 minutes. I said, Tyler, what you doing now? He said, Mama, I left my phone. He said, I don't know what I'm avoiding, but I'm avoiding something.
Brown told me she always had her alarm set at 3:30 in the morning to make sure Alexander had something to eat when he got off after working 12 hours overnight.
Most recently, it was the chicken and waffles and the Philly cheesesteak. I wanted to make sure he got home safely. If it was raining, I'd text him, hey, be careful, don't drive fast.
After waking up to several missed calls and text messages from her daughter,
I knew something had to be wrong.
She opened Facebook and saw her son laying on the ground, dead, in the parking lot of the Bessemer Amazon Fulfillment Center.
People are so insensitive to post a deceased person just to get likes. To see my son deceased, it was heartbreaking. It's a memory I would never forget.
Now, She's demanding justice for her only son.
I feel like I failed him because I wasn't there to protect him. Anything that he needed from me, Mama was there. He'll say, Sophie. He knows Sophie had his back, but I didn't have his back that night.
Brown doesn't know why he was killed, but she hopes he will be remembered for his smile and bubbly personality and love for kids and animals.
He was a great guy. And they took my heart from me. Part of my heart they took from me. I'll never get him back.
Now, you heard about Alexander's love for animals. His mom told me a story of how he saw a dog on the side of the road just a few months ago and brought it back home. She said he took the dog to 2 different humane societies before finding one who was willing to treat it. Now, Brown says that's just the kind of son that she had. Now, to honor Alexander's life, Amazon says that it planted a tree in his memory in the Amazon rainforest. Now, Brown told me her son was a student at Lawson State Community College and was studying to be a nurse.
All right, y'all. If you know something, please say something. And let's try to help this family. I am going to save this clip and see if I can reach out to her, this family as well, to see if we can get them on Peachy Tea Time too. All right. And rest in peace to this young man that lost his life. I really, really do hope and pray that this mother gets justice really, really soon. All right, y'all. We out of here. I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Yes, for watching on the YouTube platform, the Instagram platform, Twitch platform, and the Facebook Peachy Tea Time platform. So thank y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday. I will see y'all on Wednesday. All right. Bye. We're going to go ahead and leave it on a commercial break. Here we go. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Demensis. Demensis with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Or you can just call me Miss Peachy. That's all good, too. Look, welcome to Peachy Tea Time. And it's Monday where I'm solo dolo. Yes, solo dolo. Unless I have a special guest. But y'all make sure y'all tune in each and every Monday, okay? Each and every Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget to watch the other shows too. On Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, but we got to head on back to this show, okay? Make sure y'all continue to watch this show. Bye. We out.